you all once again for joining me on this journey, the self-discovery of internal resilience, and then more importantly now, the internal love that we should start that internally and then openly and without hesitation to everyone we meet. This is the second installment of the mini-series under the 820 banner, The Meaning of Love, that was initiated by my brother Larry. So we'll get to the second part of our initial discussion a few days ago, and let's get into that. But again, should you also want to contribute to your viewpoint, your perspective, to help us get to a deeper and more connected understanding of what the meaning of love is for all of us, please hop over to the 820podcast.com website. You can join me there, send in your comments or your requests for us to talk or to become another interviewee on and in this mini-series called The Meaning of Love. Let's get on to the second part. Thank you.
And that is really critical because your legacy should be about the things that you did to empower, to enlift, to encourage others. And again, when you do that, you realize that you're on a great path to making a change in everyone's life. So you're impacting people, you're empowering people, you're encouraging people, but more importantly, you are growing. And like your son has shared with you, that when you can love like that, love everybody, then the barriers that you had once had in your life, they begin to drop. And here's why they're dropping. Because here's a younger person who is a part of you. You know, Michael Jackson once said in one of his songs, "You're just another part of me."
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, it is.
How your fruit, how your seed now is talking to you about love from a whole different perspective, you know. And, excuse me. So therefore we can't disregard their comments, their views, their feelings, because they too know what love means to them. And then when you break it down, the word family, father and mother, I love you.
Yeah.
Isn't that deep?
It is. It is. I tell you what, man, I mean, we're definitely going to do a part 3, 4, and 5 of this Meaning of Love series, but we're going to get to the end of our first episode here on this series that really, between you and my son, have initiated this Meaning of Love series. But I'm going to leave it with this. One last comment from me, and then let's close it out, sir. One thing you said to me, we were talking earlier about this, was this message about the meaning of love, which is brand new to me, not to my son, but brand new to me. You were saying earlier about this is for someone out there, anyone out there, maybe all of us out there, who have hurt people with love, have hurt people withholding love. I'm guilty of that, or are presently hurting from missing love. I think right there, you said it, sir. You kind of summarized this first one about that's what this is all about. Not trying to tell anybody how to do it, just as Nike said, just do it, just love.
That's it.
So please, brother, again, you can close us out on this one, man, the first one, but close us out on the first one about the meaning of love. You take it home, man, please.
Okay. In closure, the most important thing that we're trying to get people to understand that love is unconditional. I understand that sometimes people use the word love and friend very loosely.
Yes.
But in using those words, you have to understand that whatever the person is going through at that particular time, they are hurting from something that they did not get.
Yeah.
And most of the time, what they're not getting is true love. So I put it to you like this. Everyone who was assembled with Christ at the particular time of their eating their Last Supper, there were different people who were the 12 disciples of Christ. Philip, his dominant spirit attribute was power. Judas' dominant spirit attribute was life. Thomas' dominant spirit attribute was understanding. James' dominant spirit attribute was wisdom. Bartholomew, or name it, Nathan, spirit attribute was imagination. Peter's dominant spirit attribute was faith. Matthew's dominant spirit attribute was will. Simon's dominant spirit attribute was zeal. And then you had James. His dominant spirit attribute was order. And then you had Judd or Thaddeus. His dominant spirit attribute was renunciation. And John's dominant spirit attribute was love. Andrew's dominant spirit attribute was strength. So why do I say that? I say that because all of those people who were around Jesus Christ, they had different spiritual attributes. But the bottom line is Jesus Christ loved all of them because they were a part of his inner circle. So therefore, we too have an inner circle that we participate in daily. And when someone in that inner circle do not do something that we expect them to do, the question becomes, should we out them out of the circle, or should we continue to love them? And the answer to that is yes, continue to love them. For we are all in the process of developing. We're not a finished product. And it's just like you take a diamond in the rough. You're constantly improving on it, polishing it, doing everything that you need to do. And you have to remember that we're all part of the potter's house, where we're being molded, shaped. You know, when you are trying to make something smooth and better, you still have to do what? Work with it. And you have to have a passion for what you're doing. So before we close, we have to just remember that love is one of the most easiest thing to give. It is the hardest thing to get. So I say to you in brotherly love, my brother, I love you for what you're doing, for the direction in which you're going. I love you for your growth, and I love you for your wisdom and your desire to still seek love and to understand that you are growing too.
That's so.
In closure,
go ahead, sir.
This is in closure. You know, we're often told, and I'll leave you with this particular scripture right here, Mark 9:23, which I quote. Jesus said, "If you can," said Jesus, "everything is possible for him who believes." And if you believe that, then you can have love, because it is for you to get. You know, the thing that is most important, trust is earned by many deeds, but you write injuries in the dust and benefits in the marble. You know, and you will soon achieve perfection. And that's what we're striving for, the perfection of love. How do we get there? We get there inch by inch every day. We work on it. We improve on it. And we know that we have it to give, so give it freely. And most certainly it shall return back to you. I had a butterfly when I was a kid, and I used to keep it in a jar. And one day I decided to set the butterfly free because I felt that if it was meant to be, it would come back to me. And surely it did.
Seriously?
Truly, it did.
Man.
So, again, in closure, let's continue to build on love, my brother. Let's continue to build on it.
That's it, sir. I mean, to tell you what, man, I know, you know, being, 6 decades into this first bit of life here, I'm just learning this in the past, 30 days about the importance of love. But I'm telling you, you have set me, and my son has set me on a path that now I would never have thought about it. But now I'm so grateful to have had to sit with him in his class, in my car, but in his class, and hear about this. And I sit here with you in this class, and then take this in and use it as my new guidance, not my philosophy, my new guidance going forward. Thank you, brother. We're going to close this one out. We'll come back again for another one. But thank you, brother. I love you too, man.
All right, brother. Be blessed and be well.
Yes, sir. Thank you once again for joining us on the second installment in the Meaning of Love miniseries. I apologize again for the length of that exceeds the 820 standard of 500 seconds, but hopefully for you, like it is for me, it's growing as far as the understanding and the need to hear a different perspective of what that really means or can mean for us to share and to grow. Again, no matter what time it is, wherever you are, it's always 8:20.